Well, this is episode 2 of Pasta for One. I watched, because you have to edit your own video, no shit, and I watched the original, and, I didn't really like it the first episode. It was pretty, I feel like I exaggerated a lot, too, a lot of points. Eh, I don't know, it wasn't really that good. So I'll make this one way too better. Plus, I kind of gave up halfway through editing and said, fuck, I'll just put some random gameplay in there, which immediately really fucking stupid. That's really stupid. But this one, this episode, you already read the title. It's gonna be King of the Hill, the lost episode, or am I? Yeah, the lost episode of King of the Hill. I'm reading this off of Fandom, because as we all know, Fandom's the best fucking website in the world. God, I'm so happy that all these Wikipedia pages are switching back over to Wikipedia instead of using Fandom. Like, I know the Doom Wiki went back to Wikipedia, Halopedia, that went back, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikipedia. They all just, fuck Fandom. They're all fucking ditchy Fandom. I'm so happy, but I gotta read this one off of Fandom. Thank fuck I'm using Adblock. But let's go. Let's right into this. I watched one video of this a long time ago. It jump scared me, and I never watched it ever again. So to be honest, it's gonna be a blind reading actually. I somewhat know what happens in it, but it's gonna be a blind ass reading. So let's jump right in there. We all know about the 1997 series King of the Hill. It's still airing on Cartoon Network's Adult Swim block, but I encountered something dark with this series sometime in late 2007. What? That's weird. Just I don't know. It's weird how they write out everything. They write out about this series King of the Hill and it's airing on a network. Cartoon Network's Adult Swim box. Like, why you go? You're not talk like a human being. Could you talk like a human? The whole point of the story is to talk like a fucking human, not talk like a pretentious, whatever. I was in a Goodwill store buying some N64 games. Yeah, okay. I found some good fucking games. I found a copy of Ford Racing 2 on the original Xbox, and I only got it because the disc. I'll put a picture of it. The disc looks like it went through a fucking circular saw, and I never tested it. I haven't tested it on the Xbox yet, but I just find that to be the most fucking hilarious disc ever. Of just the fucking it just looks like it went through a fucking bandsaw. I was in Goodwill store. I was in a Goodwill store. Could have said, well, you could have just said Goodwill. I was in a Goodwill. It says I was in a Goodwill store. Again, we're going back to the really Pacific, in depth. You could just simplify it. You're not. Why you over? Why are you doing this? I was in a Goodwill store buying some N64 games because that store normally had a good stock of retro games. How does a Goodwill have a good stock of something? People, the way I shouldn't have to describe this because I assume you guys are not retarded, but you don't. Goodwill gets donations. That's how they get their stock. So it wouldn't have a good stock of something. That means someone's consistently donating N64 games or retro games. Like someone's consistently. That's weird. However, I strolled over to the VHS section in the back, just remembering that I owned a VCR. That's weird. Oh, I just remember this one. Whatever. I'm not gonna nitpick every fucking little small thing out of this. One of the first things I saw was the Titanic VHS tapes. There were multiple. The one that came in 2 tapes, but it was in one dust cover. Thought it would be a good movie for me and my wife. Titanic sucked anyway. As she had never seen it before. She's one lucky motherfucker. To ensure that the tapes would be functional, I took out one of the tapes of the dual VHS dust cover. No shit, you always do that game. I've never seen a copy of fucking at the same time at GameStop. Games. At the same time at Goodwill, I saw a copy of fucking Bioshock. I'm like, that's cool. I never played Bioshock before on the 360. I opened it, no disc. Saw a copy of Halo 4. I'm like, oh, I'll get that. No disc. Well, the second disc was there. The first disc wasn't. That was great. Hate that shit. I got a copy of Battlefield 1942, the complete collection. Didn't even check before I left the store. Didn't even have a disc in it. I had to search around the whole fucking store, opening up multiple discs just to find all the discs in one, and I found the first disc. It was probably in that fucking copy of Civ 6. I don't play fucking Civ. It was a VHS tape with a crooked sticker on it. Written in Sharpie, KOTH, Season 1, Episode 1, NR. It's kind of like S1, E1, NR. We all know what fucking KOTH is. I expected the other tape and it said KOTH S1E1NRP2. It's weird. I assumed it was part 2. What gave that away? The P2? Fucking genius. I didn't know why one 23 minute episode took 2 VHS tapes, but I was curious. I bought the 2 tapes for $2.22. So it was a Titanic box with 2 tapes in it, and it had 2 tapes of KOTH. And then you just, how do you, when you usually, because you said the box has 2 tapes in it, they would be one price. Why would you pay 2 tapes for $2 when you open up one box and it had 2 tapes in it? What the fuck? I don't even think Titanic even had fucking 2 tapes. I don't know. Also, the Sharpie shit, like, we've already seen this shit before. I got a Nintendo game and it had a Sharpie written Mario penis. Fuck. It's just fucking, yeah, we already see it. I guess you can say it's cliche, but no shit. It's fucking, it's a lost episode creepypasta. They're all fucking cliche. When I got home, nobody was there but me. And that's when he finally realized he didn't have a wife. That's not in the story, but I should have to say that. Therefore, I had to wake up, I can't read. Therefore, I had to take up the painstaking process of uncoiling the stiff coax cables and the bulky VCR. A little exaggerated right there. The painstaking process of plugging in a fucking VCR. Oh my fucking god. Give this guy a reward. He picked up a bulky VCR. You know what that is? That's like 2 original Xboxes. Not really. They don't weigh that much. I soon tuned the TV to channel 3 and began watching KOTH S1E1NR. Just, you could have just said I began viewing fucking the first tape. You could have just said that instead of putting KOTH S1E1NR. It had the regular opening of the first episode of King of the Hill. Oh, it's not abbreviated as KOTH. Everyone should abbreviate as fucking KOTH at that point. But without the music, it was just a silent camera panning over the city of Arlen. It became normally after that. Fucking cliche. Look at this. That's fucking cliche there. But it was normal, but without the music. Then it began normally. That's weird. Also, it says it was just a silent camera panning over the city of Arlen. Oh, whatever. It's just so fucking cliche. It began normally after that. How did it begin normally if it began without the music? You just said it begins, like the ending where like it pans over Arlen and then it gets to the clip like Hank smacks a mosquito. You're saying that it began normally after that. But you just said the beginning's not normal, so how can it begin after the beginning? That's whatever. With Bobby at the baseball game. Okay, so I'm guessing it's not the normal beginning, because in the regular episode, it pans over Arlen. Hank swipes a mosquito, it's about his fucking truck. Then he tells Bobby, listen to music, it's all toilet sounds. And then he fucking sees Luann, and then they get into the car, and then they do the baseball game. So I'm guessing not only is he alive, because he says it pans over Arlen, then the opening, but now he's saying, well, it just goes right to the baseball game. He could have, it's like, did you watch the original episode? I don't fucking know. I think he's just going off his mind, I'm a King of the Hill, historian, I know everything about it, so, can't pass that one by me. With Bobby at the baseball game and Hank yelling at him, as we all know, Bobby did not succeed. Seriously, what's with fucking creepypastas all being pretentious, kind of like wannabe college essays? This isn't a fucking shitty wannabe college essay YouTube video. Why do you gotta write them like this? On the ride home, Peggy and Bobby were completely silent, like in the original episode. And this went on for about 3 minutes. No one was angry. No one had really an expression, actually. So you sat there for 3 whole fucking minutes looking at, like, I'll put up the picture of just fucking, like, them in the car. You fucking stood there for 3 minutes with a fucking stopwatch going, like stare at this picture. Go pause the fucking video right in the picture, and then just stare at that for 3 minutes. What? That's fucking stupid. Abruptly, as the family pulls into the driveway, it cut to a scene inside the house. I guess I don't know what it means by abruptly. People say when you read stuff you picture in your head. I can't really picture this in my head. It's really just like messy. Hank was yelling at Bobby for not giving the I'll read this. Not giving the 110%. Hank then picked up the baseball and got into a throwing position. Jesus, it's only the first episode. He's already fucking sick and tired of them. At this point, the video quality began getting very scratchy. Seriously, it's like this is like it's like this person read the fucking story and was just like, it's like fuck. It's just like he read a bunch of these other shitty stories, these lost episodes. Where he said, "I'll just combine all the cliches," but now it's in a King of the Hill creepypasta. Whoa! Like what the fuck? I like this story so far. It's so fucking cliche and I like it. At this point, the video quality was getting very scraggly. Scraggly. Scratchy? Scraggly. Yeah, scraggly. I don't know if that would actually exist. I'm not going to look it up. And then the volume level was raised roughly 10%. Because we know. This guy knows. He knows. He's got a stopwatch and an audio leveler. He knows exactly the decibels it was at. Peggy... fuck. And the level volume was raised by roughly 10%. I guess he put roughly, so it's not that bad, but still, I just love the specifics. Hank pegged the ball and hit it, and it hit Bobby's nose. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty good fucking throwing, Hank. Peggy was seen in the background crying. Hank simply told her to shut the hell up. I can do that better. Shut the hell up. I was probably angry. I don't fucking know. Bobby immediately cupped his nose and ran out of the room, crying the whole way. Yeah, I'm not okay, Dad. As Bobby was in the bathroom checking his nose, a social worker came into the door. Peggy greeted him. Well, no, wait. Okay, we're having like a timeline issue on the timeline, because the reason why the social worker comes up is because, if I'm right, he sees the because Hank gets angry. Hank gets angry at the fucking home, the fucking what's it called? Oh, fucking King of the Hill lore master, can't remember the fucking names. The Megalomart. And he gets angry and he yells, and then someone tells someone, and eventually a bunch of rumors start spreading, and then eventually comes up to fucking someone calling the social worker. Now the main episode fucks that up by, because a bunch of rumors start to spread, and then somehow it's, well, in the same day. It's like, how do rumors fucking spread within like a few? That has to be the fastest fucking rumors. But in general, it's Bobby gets smacked in the fucking face with the eye in the baseball. He gets smacked in the eye with the baseball. Hank fucking gets mad at the Megalomart guy. Rumors start to spread. Then the social worker comes up. But with this, the whole of this story is that what happens now is we don't even know if, because it just says that, oh, he messed up. As we know, Bobby didn't succeed. So we don't even know if he got hit in the eye with the ball. It skips the Megalomart scene. So we don't even know if that happened. It just says, well, they drove and then they pulled into the house. So why is there a social worker here? That doesn't make any sense now. It just seems like, well, it's in the main episode, so why not? That makes no sense. Peggy greeted him as Hank sat on the sofa, relaxing as if nothing happened. From this point, the colors began to look more like the real episode. So this whole time the colors weren't like the real episode? I thought you said it began normally. That's weird. That's weird just to bring up out of nowhere. Oh yeah, now the colors looks more like the real episode. They look normal. But by the way, this whole episode until now didn't have the normal colors. I just didn't tell you about that because fuck you. I'm author. I don't know what the fuck, More like the real episode. The scene with Hank telling the social worker off played as it did in the real episode. So yeah. That's my boy. You see that boy? Suddenly, the scene from the officially aired episode cut to another scene. Why are you writing like this? Such weird writing. It's weird. Which was not from the real episode. Yeah, because for fucking Hank beating Bobby with a fucking baseball bat, that was a normal scene. But everything else, that wasn't normal. What the? What is? Oh god, this is such. It's like three people are writing at the same fucking time. One of them's pretentious, the other one's a fucking idiot, and the third one's dead on the fucking couch. It was a scene from a more ragged video, yet the audio remained the same. Yeah, that's usually how. Whatever. This scene depicted Peggy sitting on the phone late at night, most likely contacting child services to tell him about how Hank purposely threw the baseball at Bobby. So this is true. He got the base. I don't fucking know. But here's my question. I think Peggy's fucking retarded here. You'd think if you had an abusive fucking husband, you'd be calling child protective services on someone else's phone? Like, you don't... Isn't Hank friends with fucking, you see Peggy and Luann's fucking... I mean, not Luann. Nancy's house. Not Con. They're not moved in yet. That's not until, like, a few episodes in. How purposely baseball body. When Hank suddenly walked through the doorway, he was in a bathrobe and he had no glasses. He had no well, great job fucking seeing, retard. He doesn't. Those aren't fucking like reading glasses or just fucking reading glasses. Those aren't like reading glasses or just like those hipster. You know, some of those hipster. Oh, they're glasses, but they're just the frames. Like, fuck off. Why don't I just walk around why don't I just wheel around a fucking wheelchair and be like, why are you in a wheelchair? Oh, my legs work, but I just like how this wheelchair sits. That's fucking stupid. Anyone who does that's a fucking retard. He grabbed the phone. Who the hell is this? Hank yelled. This is the Department of Child Services, was the response. Hank's face quickly turned red and slammed the phone back on the wall. He grasped Peggy by the neck. You gonna get more of those twig boars over here to put me in a prison and take my boar away? He howled. The scene cut to... See, this is my favorite part of this, because I know the general idea of the story, I just haven't fully fucking read it. This is my favorite part, because we all fucking hate Peggy Hill as a character. The scene cut to Hank taking Peggy by the back of the neck, down the hallway to the backyard. Wait, the phone... No, because where the phone is, they only have like one phone, and that's the phone in the kitchen. That's already where the backyard is, so I can drag her through the hallway to the backyard if they're already near the backyard. What the fuck? That's not even like a King of the Hill lore master thing. That's just a fucking basic phone's in the fucking kitchen where the backyard is. How did Hank drag her through the hallway to the backyard if the backyard's right fucking there, Hank? Someone's retarded here. I don't know if this is the author or he's just telling them fucking Hank's retarded. The video then went silent for a minute. Whole minute. He timed it. Simply showing it. He's just simply showing it. I don't know why that's even in there. Just remove that. The propane valve in Peggy's mouth. That's... Whew. When the scene started moving again, Peggy's eyes slowly closed. Well, that's a mistype. Peggy's eyes slowly closed. It should be closed with a D instead of just closed, because that's weird. And a voice was heard. Buck Strickland, forgive me for using propane like this. Amen. The only problem is that when Hank said this, Hank did not even sound like Mike Judge, the creator of the show who voiced Hank. It sounded like an older and deeper voice. What are you trying to put in? Because you're trying... Well, maybe my theory, my little conspiracy theory is, maybe it's like someone edited... Because you know the story of like the creepypasta Lost Episodes, it's just called Lost Episodes, where essentially the story is that a kid makes this shit, and another boy goes and see... Basically the story is that he tries to say, like, all these Lost Episode stories you see, this is just one kid, Sid. This one kid. So maybe I'm thinking, like, well, maybe the person who made this tape edited this. Maybe he edited this video. And so, like, he couldn't make a voice line, so I'm pretty sure this might have been someone else's voice. But the line, you're gonna get one of those twig boys to come over here and take me in prison, blah, 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 that wasn't in the original episode either, so how could that be Mike Judge? What, did Mike Judge do this and then someone else? What the fuck? Was this like an editing thing? That's weird. The screen went black after this. I fast forward the rest of the tape. Oh yeah, he stood there for the 3 whole fucking minutes of them in the car. Then he stood there for a whole fucking minute. But this, oh no, he fast forwarded through this one. What a fucking idiot. I fast forwarded the tape to make sure there's no content on it. There was none. I just thought to myself, Why so much wasted space? I don't know, fucking, I don't know. You could be one of those fucking people. I know someone, my dad used to have a tape of Kiss, that fucking Kiss movie, I forgot the name of it, the theater one. And he let someone borrow it, and they left it in their fucking car. They left it in their car, and then basically it just heated up and melted it. So when I tried to play the tape, basically the first 30 minutes of the fucking movie was black, then the middle in shitty quality, and then the last of it was just in black too. At this point, I thought it was. And at this point, I was really just shaken up. I would have fucking laughed if I saw that. That would have been fucking cool. I went to go grab a coffee when I got back. Okay, so I'm guessing like he went outside. I popped in the second tape. It was just a black screen. Fast forward to the check. I fast forward to check for content, and eventually it came across some stuff that was really starting to scare me. You don't do that. I don't get that stuff in horror where it's like, I saw something that was really scary. Or, like in Squidward Suicide, where it's like, this is the scary part. Why do writers do that? Like, you should never write in, this is when it's scary. This is the scary part. It's kind of like watching a horror movie. Like, imagine you're watching Paranormal Activity fucking 13 and a half. And it's one of those camera scenes where, like, it's just, like, quiet, and it's supposed to be like something scary. And then the fucking director comes out and goes, this is the scary part. And then the movie continues. That's weird. That's why you should never do that. If you're a creepypasta, don't fucking do that. Don't write any story. Don't fucking go, this is the scarier part. This was when I was scared. Just stop. Just don't do that. It was a funeral, but there was very few colors. Like that's weird. I'm guessing it's like because there was an image that's my Photoshop rendition of what it looked like. So at least the creator did that. I have something covering it because I know it's just gonna fucking distract me. I'll look at it. Also, this image is really fucking low quality. But here's the problem. I see Hank and No Face. I see Luann. I see Bobby. But I see Lucky. Why is Lucky there? Because he's not in there until like fucking season 8. That's weird. So clearly this fucking author doesn't. I'm guessing Lucky was here. I don't fucking know. You'd think if Lucky was there, he'd put that in there. Like, isn't that weird? But I'm guessing this guy just never watched fucking King of the Hill, really paid attention to it when he's writing the story. Like, you'd think if you're gonna write a story about a fucking, King of the Hill, you would, watch the fucking show again, or at least watch the first episode or something. Well, this Photoshop rendition, at least it's good he put it up there, but it's just a stereotypical, they had no face, and it was static, and it was weird quality, but props to you for actually fucking making something, and not just having other people do it for you, like most stories. But it did not seem like a real KOTH episode. No shit, it's not a real fucking KOTH episode. The funeral was for Peggy. Attending it was all the Hill's neighbors, including some acquaintances such as Cotton and John Redcorn. Even Hank was there. Just say all their fucking friends, Jesus Christ. Claiming that Peggy had committed suicide. God, I'm just with her. As Peggy's coffin was lowered into the hole, it faded onto an overhead view of it being lowered. This is the part that really scared the shit out of me. Again, stop doing that. You don't write that. You don't write, this is the part that really scared me. Because you're telling the audience how to fucking feel. It was somewhat highly realistic image of Peggy in the coffin. We're doing the fucking hyper-realistic. We're doing the hyper-realistic shit, aren't we? It was hyper-realistic. I love how the story goes like, it's shit quality. It's somewhat decent quality too. Now it's hyper-realism. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Just, this feels like a stereotype of all the fucking, like Dead Fart, fucking Squidward Suey Slide. All these stories. But now it's King of the Hill. All the cliches just, oh, now it's King of the Hill. Fucking hell. The reason I say somewhat is because it looked real, but still appeared to be John. So it's a fucking... I can't even go over why it's so fucking... The reason I say somewhat is because it looked real, but still happened to be drawn. Yeah, it's called a fucking drawing. What the fuck are you on about? And not a real person. It was just a realistic cartoon. Yeah, you're just describing me a fucking drawing. He's literally just describing... Could you say, instead of somewhat a highly realistic image of Peggy, just say... Oh, it's a drawing, but it looks a little real. Just the whole, like, it looks somewhat real, but still appears to be a drawing, but not a real person. It's like, no shit, I know what the fuck a drawing is, retard. Don't assume all your audience is a bunch of dumb children. But considering this is a creepypasta fandom, I'm assuming they're all fucking dumb children. Or autistic adults. It was just a realistic cartoon. It was a drawing! It was just a realistic cartoon. No, it's a fucking drawing, retard. The scene then cut out to Bobby, Hank, and Lady Bird sitting on a porch. Bobby had a queasy face, and Hank had one hand on the propane tank used to commit the murder. Bobby turned to his father. "Why'd you do it, Dad?" he asked in a humble voice. "I don't know, son," Hank responded. He almost sounded like he was crying. Honestly, if I was Hank, I would have said, "Fuck that egotistical motherfucker." But, He then stood up and walked inside, leaving Bobby and Ladybug, who were still on the porch. Once again, it cut to a very dull scene with nothing but black and gray in the skin colors. It was a scene that literally made me stick to my stomach. Can you stop with that? Stop describing it. It was Hank hanging from the ceiling with a note pinned on him. Like, was it like a pin on? Like, was it bloody or was it just like duct tape? Yeah, but you're a little too descriptive on dumb parts, but you're not descriptive when an actual story comes up to it. It just stayed focused on him swinging back and forth for 2 minutes or so. Yeah, again, he fast forwards the tape to make sure there's nothing else, but then he'll sit here for 2 fucking minutes. Then it cut to the ending credits with a normal outro and theme music. I like that. That's the only part of the story I actually like, because I remember listening. I like that part. The idea of like, fucking this sad scene of like Hank hanging from side to side. It's like okay, I can picture in your head. It's like a dark. Close your eyes and just picture this. It's like a dark scene, and Hank's. I gotta do that fake. I'm gonna do the fake. You know the creepypasta fake voice that goes, "This is my real voice." But like imagine a scene. Okay, where you're just watching on the VHS tape. The quality's fuzzy. And all you see is Hank swinging side to side with a suicide note written on him. For 2 minutes, just nothing but black. And you see as a body hangs, swings back and forth, and then... that's weird. That's hilarious. Just idea of like this dark scene and then fucking the outro music, which is normally used in like memes and stuff like that. Like every YouTube poop ends with it. Even mine. You watch mine, it ends with the fucking outro. Everyone likes the outro music. It's a good outro music that people like to use in memes. So all I picture is like this dark scene and then fucking da 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 da. Like what the fuck? I was actually kind of laughing on the inside, the fact that the show is playing the regular ending credits. Okay, see, he's with me. I wanted it to. I was hoping it wasn't like he took this stuff seriously when no one else does. I hate that shit in creepypasta. Like nobody takes it seriously but him. After all that stuff happened, I was really more confused and creeped out by it. I would have been fucking hilarious. I mean, except for by like the face and stuff like that. I don't know. I really would like to see like someone like a talented artist or like a talented creator actually try to remake one of these creepypastas. I want to see that. Not like those shitty like. I put fucking VHS effects over fucking videos and call it the creepypasta. Like, I remember this one channel, I think like Lavender Town something, and they made like a Dead Bart one, and I gotta say, it wasn't good, but it was actually somewhat decent. Like, you can tell there's like original animation that I liked. People should do that. I think that'd be cool. I went on some forums, that's how fucking day this shit is. Remember forums? But found nothing about this episode. Yeah, what do? Just go on fucking, just go on TV and go, I saw a creepy episode of King of the Hill and someone posted Sneed. However, I came across someone on Yahoo Answers who had a similar occurrence to me. Okay, that's a contradiction. He just said, I went on some forums but found nothing. And then he says, however, I did come across someone who found it. Okay? They received a similar tape at a thrift shop in Johns Creek Country in North Georgia, a place about 20 miles away from where I got mine. He managed to get on AIM with this person, but I got no answers. I was really curious at this point, so I drove about 40 miles and went down the Cartoon Network Turner Broadcasting HQ. Are you serious? That sounds stupid. Like, if I saw a creepy fucking, like, fan-made thing, I just assume it's fan-made. Like, if I saw, like, a creepy episode, or, like someone trying to make a lost episode, I wouldn't assume, oh, it's a fan-made shit. Like, I do that. I would make a fucking creepy lost episode, and then put it on a fucking VHS and just throw it into a fucking Goodwill. I would do that fucking 100%. I knew that Fox Broadcasting made the show, but I assumed that Cartoon Network had every episode recorded as they aired them all. Why would Cartoon Network... Hey, this last episode's made. We didn't make the fucking show. We just have every episode. We're just airing the fucking episodes. Yeah, but this episode's made. Well, we don't know any fucking... Like, we don't know any... We're Cartoon Network. We're Turner. We don't fucking know who... We don't know the people who made the show. We don't have contact with them. I wouldn't with the Fox, because Fox probably knows the fucking people who made the goddamn show. Or at least ask one of the show writers. Like, watch the credits and then go, oh, who's one of the show writers? Look them up. You have the internet, as they aired them all. Beforehand, I did some research and figured out who was in charge of broadcasting KOTH. So I found a witness, in the studio and demanded to talk to him. Apparently, though, I needed a guest pass of some sort. I was stupidly pissed off at this point, so I drove back home and I put on my old sheriff's uniform. I was a sheriff in Johns Creek Country for about 3 years ago. I went back, although it was unlawful. I used my badge to talk to him. I wouldn't use my fucking badge to goddamn talk to, like, someone who actually works at fucking Fox. When I got into his office, he was just sitting at the desk talking on his phone. I walked up to him, and I threw the tapes on the desk and the band answers. Well, that's not good. You got lost episode and you're slamming on the ground? Damn. He dropped the phone immediately and grabbed the tapes. I followed him to another office on the other side of the building. There was a small safe in his office. He opened up, put the tapes in, locked it, and told me to leave. And I would have fucking punched him. Like, you don't take my motherfucking tapes, throw it in your locker. That's what you get for putting it on the table. She just said, hey, you know something about this? And then just put it away from him. Like, don't let them touch the evidence. Don't let anyone touch your fucking evidence. I did not want to act like a sheriff anymore because I didn't want to get you in trouble with the law. That's your fault. I would have fucking said, no, give me like those fucking tapes, or I'm gonna fucking punch you, okay? Because I want to archive that shit. But I guess there has to be a reason for why you don't have the episode, because everyone does that. There has to be a reason for why you don't have it. So I left. I got home and flipped on the TV. Adult Swim was on, and I was relieved to see every episode of King of the Hill. To this day, there were only 2 copies of the episode on 4 tapes that I can find anything about on the internet. One of them, I assume, is still locked up in Cartoon Network Studios. You may possibly come across them in thrift shops throughout the southeast. This is pretty fucking stupid. It's funny, though. It's funny, but to be honest, it's like, I found this story is just fucking hilarious, though. I like it. It's shit, but I still like it. It's better than fucking Mortal Kombat.exe, where it's like, it's better than Mortal Kombat EXE, where it's like, there's no dead babies in it for the sake of having dead babies in it. Like, that's a little like, what the fuck is, like, why would you write that? You're not gonna get any sympathy points out of me. This one's just funny. I just like this one. It's so fucking stupid, but I like it. This is a DOC's Lost Episode fandom, and I love the categories. It says Lost Episode, VHS, Creepypasta narrated by Dave the Useless, Suicide, Unaired, Best Pasta, Suggested Reading, King of the Hill, Adult Swim, Blood and Gore, VHS, in lowercase, Historical Archive, a fucking course, Twinkle, 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 Toes, Everything is Sparkle, 1, 2, 3, 4. What fucking reject is writing this shit? Nico, Ni, Fox. Do not vandalize this page or you will be blocked. And then right next to it, kill yourself. I like this. I like this fucking page. This is hilarious. This shitty fucking story. And then you got fucking Nico, Ni, Twinkle, Twinkle, and fucking kill yourself. This is the most bipolar page I've ever seen in my entire life. Let's read some comments. Because fuck it. Let's read some comments. Warning. Carry on reading or your soul will be taken. Even if you read the word warning. There once was a man named Duke Humpington. He was lazy, very uncaring. It's just fucking, what are we doing? Okay, so it's one of those if you copy and paste this shit, you won't get fucking raped. I don't know. The realistic picture of Hanky. How did you dot? That picture, it looks real. This kind of proves my point that this is recent though. It's in 2019. This just proves my point that most creepypasta fans are fucking retarded. It just said, like, it's a Photoshop rendition of what it looked like. That boy ain't right. Ah ha 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 ha. And then someone replied, you bastard. Guys, remember this wiki was good before the stock bad came in and fucked shit up? I don't know what the fuck that, I don't know what that means. And Anzalotti made this wiki worse. Yeah, whatever, this wiki probably sucks anyway. It's all lost episodes. Ooh! This one. Ooh, this one. I'm gonna view more replies. This one's fucking hilarious. This one's a thread. A fandom user. I'm guessing this is just like anonymous account. This story sucks donkey dick. And then someone replied, calm dude. Just the hell up. Just the hell up. Yeah, great. This doesn't make the creepypasta community look fucking retarded at all. Shut the fuck up. Shut up the fuck yourself. Question mark. Stop arguing. Dude, this pasta's comments are full of flame wars. Cause this story fucking sucks. Just get on with the Carmine, buddy, okay? Fuck you. You jack off obese piece of ass. I love this fucking... Fuck off yourself, okay? What is this? And then the same person, stop! I guess he doesn't like fighting, but fuck off yourself, okay? Curse you, Stockbad! Who is this Stockbad guy? How do you fuck up this fandom? Ugh, I agree. Fuck you, Stockbad. Screw that guy. Stockbad! Stockbad is what broke this wiki. You want a real KOTH episode that's terrifying? And it says click me at least episode. And I can see a little link. It's the fucking pig episode where someone actually dies. I like that one. I thought it was just a lost episode wiki, but it's just a hillbilly show. Kill me. Very funny, Mr. Shit Show. Why is everyone in this fucking reply so angry? It's like I've seen less angry people on fucking V than I have. I'll fucking pull my pants down and show you something terrifying. Who's writing this shit? And then Nicholas, oh my god, can you please stop arguing? If I was you, Nicholas, I would've just fucking gave up at fucking fuck ass, I wouldn't give up on that shit. This was kinda creative, in a way. No overuse of gore. 10 out of 10. Oh, no, it's not really creative. You're wrong, it's not creative in any way. It's the most fucking cliche shit ever. And, okay, that's true. It's not no overuse of gore. It has really no gore in it. It's really no gore. But it's not a 10 out of 10. I give this shit a fucking, 4. Maybe a 5, considering how funny it is. But it's not creative. It's the most cliche fucking shit ever. Instead of writing King of the Hill last episode, I could have said, this was Chowda. Here you go, buddy. CarMeLearning.com. Well, that was interesting. I mean, that was fucking shit. Finally, a creepypasta episode without a lot of gore and blood. That's kind of sad when someone's so... the story's still shit, but people are more surprised that it just has some fucking gore in it. Because all these fucking lost episodes want to shove in so much gore. Because they don't know what the fuck horror is. Yeesh. But what lacks in gore makes up in shitness. I like... This fandom user, I like King of the Hill. No, you don't. I like this. 7 out of 10. By the way, my favorite show is King of the Hill. XD. How scary. Very cool. I love it. Scary, huh? More like god-awful. I love this fucking comment section. Read the story and watch the video. Hank's got issues. Laughing face. Shut the hell up. Go kill yourself. No, you do. For this freaking god-awful forsaken story. You're ugly, you disgusting. I'm gonna kill you. Getting mad and making 3 replies to this guy for saying Hank's got issues. LMAO, stay off the internet, you crybaby. No, stay on the internet. I want to see fucking more of you. Well, I gotta say, I am baffled. Fun read. Are you fucking... Original story on the creepypasta wiki got deleted. So before I did, I posted it on here. You're welcome. Man, Lol Skeleton's such a cool guy at times, but it sucks when he deletes good underrated stories. Except Jeff the Killer, which deserves to go to Triple Week. Same with Song.exe. See, that's a weird thing. It sucks when he deletes good underrated stories. This is not a good story. This is the most fucking cliche shit ever. And no shit, it should go down with Jeff the Killer and fucking Sonic.exe. It sucks just like them. If I own the wiki, I would have fucking purged it already. I would have purged it a long fucking time ago. Shit like Sonic.exe shouldn't even... If it was me, if I was a fucking mod on that goddamn website, Sonic.exe would have lasted a fucking week before I nuked that fucking story. I know, right, Drew? No, fucking Lol Skeletons, I don't know this guy, but he seems like a cool guy for fucking deleting these fucking shitty stories. Who fucking cares? The original version sucks major ass. Pussy vegan. And just so you know, I had the image of the creepypasta from 2011 and 2012 on my laptop. It's because it's still available. And you could still download it and post it anywhere else. And that's because it's archived in the Wayback Machine. Yeah? And I got some dirty pics, yo mama, on my Nintendo 3DS. Come get them. And that's it. We ended off on a fucking banger.